What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, Fragrance family? Right now, I really want to have kind of I'm going to talk about a fragrance that we all know about. They say it's a clone, but then I have the original, so I'm going to talk about both. Basically, a discussion. Like, comment, subscribe. Please comment, though, because I want to know your guys' opinion if you're in this community or if you have any type of ways that you feel about it. We all have ways that we feel about fragrances and this, and that. But I want to know people's honest opinion. And I'm talking about fragrance Hawas and the fragrance Invictus. I think my batch might be a 2016 batch. I got this some years ago. As you can see, only like 50% of it's missing. With this, and I'm gonna get into Hawas Ice too. And it's not even a review, not like that, but I just want to have a discussion about it. But with this frag right here, man, like, people say that, it's a clone of Invictus, which that can't be true because this, even though this is not the original batches that they came out with in 2014-15, this came out before Invictus Aqua. So that can't be true. So either that's a clone of this, you know what I mean? It just can't be a clone of that. Yeah, there's similarities of them. That's why I say, like, with Middle Eastern houses, they're basically inspirations. And I'm not going to say this is inspiration because this was made before Invictus. Love Invictus. Had that before I had this. So, like I said, this is all my journey, my experience. But the thing is that, people get things misconstrued when it comes to this hobby, man. Not unless you've been in it for a while, you know what I mean? Is you kind of find differences on what people are saying when they're talking about frags, man. You know what I mean? Because this was out before this. So how's this cloning this? Or is this really cloning this? You know what I mean? So I do want to know people's opinions about it because love them both. You know what I mean? After I'm done with this, I probably won't even buy this no more because of this. And, people say what they want. And this is a good frag, man. The OG, you could get it for a good price, a big bottle of it, as a matter of fact. But this right here is a compliment, just as much compliment as this. Yes, of course it is. Or people, this is more hyped up right now than this is. But this used to be more hyped up than this at a period of point in time. You know what I mean? But this was still made before this. So, this can't be a clone. This has to be some type of originality somewhere. And Middle Easterns do come up with their own originality of their own fragrances, and they do come up with clones. But this can't be a clone of something that was out before it is. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comment sections. You know what I mean? We do a Google thing or whatever, but I just trying to figure this out because it just don't make sense to me. Why people are saying this is a clone of this, but this was out before this. You know what I mean? So, let me know. It's just my thing, my little debate about it, not an argument because everybody has their own opinion, but I'm just trying to get to a fact here. And put that down. Love this scent to death. Got a backup bottle of it. Don't get it twisted. Love Hawas. You know what I mean? Rasasi does a great job at making fragrances. The fragrances are really good. You know what I mean? And they last as long as they're supposed to last. For the price points you get them at, ain't no way they can't beat no designer. And I'm not talking ish about designers. Love designers. Have a bunch of them. But I'm just saying for the price point, because people always, running their mouth about, Middle Easterns and clones and all that stuff, blah, 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 whatever. But Hawas Ice gave a good, nice, good wearing of it, man. And is it redundant to the regular Hawas? If you're a collector, no. You're not a collector? Yes. If you want to go with one or the other. You know what I mean? To me, this is a little bit brighter than this one. They're both in the sweet wheelhouse. This right here is my jam. Like I always state, the OGs is the one that's gonna get the party started. So you won't have flankers without OGs, man. So I always give homage to this. So I'll always, you see the dent in it, right? Even though I just got this, you know what I mean? Because I had to see what it do. This is a little bit lighter because of the mint note in it. The mint note does have a prominent note in it, so it makes it seem like it's a little bit cooler than this one, but they both do the same job. You know what I mean? I think the both are just gonna get compliments just like this. This is a compliment beast. It's gonna last you all day. It's gonna project for a while. Sea life's good. The bubble's good around you all day. You know what I mean? Just like Invictus. You know, very, very much similarities, you know, Invictus and that. But this is the OG to that. People say what they want, but this was out before Invictus. So who copy who? Love Invictus to death. But I said, when it's done and gone, I might not even get it back because I have a backup bottle of this and that's, you know what I mean? That's that. You know what I mean? It's like I had a baby. That's it. You know what I mean? I had a baby with somebody and that's it. But this right here, and it's a beautiful scene. I'm gonna get some more wins out of it, you know, obviously. Like I said, that mint note is prominent. You know what I mean? So that's what makes it seem cooler. The dry down is, you know, kind of seems like a little bit of a Hawas taste, but just with the mint note, like I said, it smooths out and makes it cool. This is gonna be a great scent. I'm gonna give it some more wearing. I think it kind of goes its own way. It stands on its own, you know, once you get more wares of it. You know what I mean? Very good scent. I'm glad they came out with this, man. Hawas is my jam, y'all. So, you know, I'll always keep this in my collection. You know what I mean? Especially with the plum note in it, the citruses and the melons and all that shit, man. You know, it's a great, great scent, yo. You know what I mean? But like I said, you know, it's just something I just wanted to make a little video about it because I wanted to see how people felt about that. You know what I mean? If this 2016 Aqua compared to Rasasi Hawas that was made in 2014, I believe, 2016 or whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody say this is a dupe. It can't be though, if it was out before this. Great juice though, man. I was put on this before this, and once I got my nose on this, as being a frag head, I'm like, hold up, man, hold the up, man. You know, and this is reformulated. This ain't the original batches. The original batches, some of them look like they have dark blue juice, some of them, you know what I mean? Some of them, you know what I mean? So go look it up, you know, you might have to Google it or go on YouTube because somebody might have an older batch in their collection. But this right here, man, was made after the 2014 batches, man. You know what I mean? And I do have another one. I think in my closet. Let me pull it out because I want to see that juice. Just hold on for a second. I have one of my other little things. Oh, I put that bottle away, yo. Yup, all right there. This is my newest bottle. I just got this. You know what I mean? Maybe a couple of weeks ago or so. So look at the juice on that, man. You know, they damn near the same, though. They damn near the same. But look, nope, this one's a little dark. Look at it, yeah. You know what I mean? So, you know, some formulations are a little bit darker than others. But I'm telling you, man, beautiful juice. You know what I mean? So let me know what y'all think, man, because on the real, Invictus is the bomb, man. But there's no way Hawas could be a clone. So, that's just my theory, y'all. Holla at your boy, like, comment, subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Comment for sure. Let me know what you feel about this, you know. So, It's just something I had on my mind. You know, I'm a frat kid, so I always think about these type of things, man. Especially when it comes to the formulations and stuff like that. So I let your boy, man. Be right fragrances to go on my God. I'm out. Peace.